Ahoy! Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is your friend Cartman. Today we've got some awesome replays to share with you guys from the clan capital with a new way to use that graveyard spell in combination with the HOG Raiders. Before we jump into that, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And if you like today's video, please smash that like button for me. All right, guys, let's jump right into the action. All right, guys, first up, we've got Golem Quarry, and we've got my friend Above Average Joe coming in here with this hog yard attack. He's got his graveyard spells down on these rocket artilleries, the blast bows, those key heavy hitting defenses that we want to distract. And now he's got a lot of barbarians in this first army comp, and so they're going to be coming in right here just to clear out trash buildings, get that deployment zone opened up a little bit, and take out some of these first defenses. Now they're going to start spawning skeletons, and that's going to start distracting these rocket artilleries and blast bows. He's going to start bringing in the battle rams as well to provide further tanking, open up these deployment walls, and get skeletons spawning. Now once he's got most of this value from these barbarians and battle rams, he's going to start bringing in the HOG Raiders one pack at a time, stunning as many defenses as possible. So he can really open up this base. You can see really none of the blast bows or rocket artilleries have went down yet. They are taking on damage, and they will go down here easily in the second hit. But right now he's concentrating with the HOG Raiders on the right-hand side of the base, this open area, trying to take out as many of these defenses as we can. He's going to get close to 40% here. He's still got one HOG Raider working on that to air defense on the far right-hand side. But that's going to be about it for this opener. 38%. It's a little lower than you'd like, but do not fear when you're using the graveyard. The second attack is where it gets really strong, guys. And this is where it gets crazy, because Joe is going to come in here with 7 rocket loons and 7 HOG Raiders. He's the only one I've seen using this combination. You're going to watch right here the chaos and pandemonium it's going to use using these two troops together in combination with the graveyard. Just going to start with a couple of these barbarians, taking out these few trash buildings. And now he's going to start bringing in some rocket loons to target some of these cannons and our ground targeting defenses, get them on the blast bow there to take it down as well. And now you can see we've got skeletons and air skellies spawning at the same time. So he's going to continue to bring in some battle rams, some rocket loons, and you can see there are so many targets on the base right now between the ground skellies, the air skellies, the rocket loons. We got barbs, we've got battle rams, and now once these have pretty much ran their course, he's going to start bringing in the HOG Raiders, guys. We can already see that combination right there already took out so much of this base. These HOG Raiders have no splash hardly left to target them. He's going to be able to use the HOG Raiders on the left-hand side where there's mainly just air defenses left and take that easily out. So has tons of troops up. On this right-hand side, he's going to be able to use a rocket loon to come in here and start targeting these ground targeting defenses. They can't do anything with this rocket loon. And it is a nice, comfortable 3-star. And that combination of using the ground and the air at the same time, and you're spawning both types of skeletons, those blast bows and rocket artilleries have no chance because they have to target the ground and the air at the same time, which they can't do. All right, guys, next up we've got Skeleton Park. And again, Above Average Joe is coming in here with his opener. It's going to be mainly the barbarians, the battle rams, and the HOG Raiders with the graveyard spells. Graveyard spells on that rocket artillery, on those mini minion hives. It's going to put 2 of the graveyard spells there in the core. There's tons of damage in there. Uses the lightning just to damage it just a little bit. So it's bringing his barbarians. There are quite a few traps in here. We got zap traps going off. We've got giant bombs. We've got mega hidden Teslas. So it definitely was baited for this entry. I think to stop the graveyard. But regardless, we're going to start bringing in the HOG Raiders, trying to get as many of them to go into this core as possible because we want to take out those mini minion hives. We got the super wizard tower in there. We got that giant cannon. That's really where a ton of this value is, in that core, to concentrate on this first part of the attack. So you see we get the first mini minion hive down, working in there still with more hog raiders. They're going to be able to get finally to the second mini minion hive, get the super wizard tower down, almost have the giant cannon down. It is literally one shot there, but they do get this air bombs taken out, and that is going to be key for this next attack. So about 39%, real similar to what you saw in the first attack when we got to 38% on this opener. But as always with Graveyard, the second hit is where it gets really strong. And again, Above Average Joe coming in here with 7 Rocket Loons and 7 Hog Raiders. And now you'll notice in the core of the base, there are no air targeting defenses left, guys. Just ground targeting troops or defenses there. We got the giant cannon, so he's going to send in a pack of Rocket Loons. So we're going to be able to get down the giant cannon, the multi-cannon. We got 2 regular cannons. They aren't going to path their way over to that bomb tower, so he's going to send in a separate set of Rocket Loons to take that out. You can see you've already got huge value in the core, taking out all those ground targeting defenses that would be a threat to Hog Raiders. Now we're going to zoom in just a little bit in this bottom right-hand side, just kind of watch the deployment area down here as these Hog Raiders are going to start coming in. He's got a few of his barbs down, and battle rams start spawning some ground skeletons. And again, those Rocket Loons are working their way on the far left-hand side. And so we've got air skeletons spawning as well. And so you can see these Hog Raiders are getting huge value, taking out a bunch of these defenses, pushing in with some Rocket Loons to try to make sure they get to this last rocket artillery as soon as possible. It goes down. Now you're going to zoom out and you think, oh, there's not too many troops left. But look at this wave right there on the left-hand side. There are ground skellies, so many air skellies. I mean, there's just so many targets. The defenses cannot key on them. And that is a dominating 3-star right there. Very impressive. All right, guys, we got the last replay for today. We got Balloon Lagoon. Again, Joe is coming in here with this same opening attack. Mainly the barbs to open right here. Got the graveyard spells down on the rocket artilleries and the single infernos. Just going to try to use these barbarians to clear out as many of these trash buildings, these cannons, absorb a bunch of these traps that are out here for this opening. The barbarians are such a cheap troop with only 5 housing space. And they get pretty good value. They're pretty strong. It's a really safe way to open up these areas like this. Now you can see once they start opening these areas, we start bringing in a few of the battle rams, a few of the hog raiders to clean up a few of these defenses that survived the initial push with the barbarians. And he's just going to continue to work on both of these flanks on the left and the right, opening this deployment area as much as possible, working his way toward that first rocket artillery on the left-hand side, and just trying to clear out all this trash in the upper right-hand side. We got a ton of cannons up there for some reason. Really heavy on the cannons in the area. But those hog raiders, they're able to push through those with ease. And so you can see right here, already nearing 50%. Still have some hog raiders to deploy. And they're going to be able to work in here and get this rocket artillery down on the left-hand side, which is huge. Clearing out all this trash in the upper right-hand side. Hog Raiders just doing work. Took out most of all of those cannons. Got that spear thrower down. And now we're already at 65% here, guys. And you can see there is not much of this base left. 2 single infernos. We got 2 rocket artilleries. But really, other than that, there is nothing left of this base. And again, 7 Rocket Loons, 7 Hog Raiders. Get your graveyard spells in there just to overwhelm this base. I'm going to start coming in here first with his battle rams and his barbs, just to clear out a little bit of this trash. Start spawning a few of these ground skellies. We've got some Rocket Loons taking out some ground defenses now. And now we've got both kinds of skeletons spawning with those graveyard spells and it is just so satisfying to watch. Right now it's mainly the air skellies, but they are going to start mixing in now these ground skellies. We've got a few of the hog raiders coming in, stunning some defenses. And once you start getting the ground and the air skeletons to both spawn, you're going to completely overwhelm this base, because it's hard enough before for these defenses to target one type of skeleton from the graveyard, but when you're combining it with both and you have ground and air troops attacking, it is phenomenal. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I'm going to have to give this strategy a try myself. Until next time, clash on, my friends.